Another member for Bateman.
Mr Acting, Deputy Speaker, my apologies. I rise today to contribute to the Supply Bill 2021. In my inaugural speech 3 weeks ago, I talked about the economy being in the service of the people. The McGowan Labor government's commitments and priorities well and truly reflect this value. As well as protecting Western Australians in what is one of the safest communities in the world during the COVID-19 pandemic, the McGowan government also responded with a $5.5 billion WA recovery plan. This plan focuses on three key areas: economy and industry, community, and of course jobs creating infrastructure. The WA recovery plan has helped drive WA social and economic recovery across Western Australia. In fact, we now have not only the strongest economy in Australia, but one of the strongest in the world. Due to this, the McGowan Labor government is able to commit significant investment back into this state. Some examples of this include the fully funded $1.8 billion Women's and Babies Hospital. The construction of this will generate more than 1,400 jobs, but this is in particular something that I hold dear to my heart. With a sister who had preterm labours for all her children but lost her first to preterm labour, I know that Western Australia is leading research in this area, and infrastructure and a facility like this will help support outcomes for women and babies in Western Australia. It's very exciting. In addition to this, of course, we have record spending in mental health, and we've heard about some of the challenges in this space this morning. It's a very, very important area, and of course, 120 million of that is going directly into supporting youth and increasing mental health services for young people. We have 1,100 additional police officers, one of the largest injections of police numbers in this state and certainly in recent history. And importantly as well, we have a plan to create jobs and diversify our economy, particularly in green jobs. Now, we've heard a lot about infrastructure this morning, and the Minister for Transport has been very busy on her feet already, describing all of the great projects that are happening across Western Australia, and Bateman is no different in benefiting from this record infrastructure. For example, in addition to the $370 million already invested by the McGowan Labor government in cycling and trail infrastructure, my community in Bateman is going to benefit from a number of improvements to the cycle pathways. This includes the principal shared path on the Kwinana Freeway between Mount Henry Bridge to Leach Highway, the Murdoch Drive connection, and of course, which, just outside of my electorate, but of which people from my electorate will access and benefit from. And just this morning, driving down the freeway with my husband in the car, who is a keen cyclist, a pursuit that's shared by many people in Bateman, not by myself, but I'll pass on the Lycra, but nonetheless it's very popular. And he commented on the section that's currently under construction. I see progress every morning, Minister for Transport. It's very exciting to watch. It's huge, and he was very excited because he described to me this morning about how he used to have to go down the back streets and then try to cross a particularly busy intersection, and he's very excited about that because, of course, his ride to work would be a lot more safer, as well as others that are using that. So that's a very important part of creating that. Actually, I think it's 74 kilometres of cycling infrastructure now, all the way from Mandurah, if you're so fit, all the way to the city. So that's a very important piece of infrastructure. Of course, I'm driving on the freeway this morning. We now have a smart freeway. And that's been very important in decreasing the travel time on what was at times very congested areas of the freeway. We say it's a smart freeway going into the city and it's a dumb freeway coming out. We hope we'll have smart freeways all the way, but I note the extension of that smart freeway technology up into the northern suburbs, which is great for people in that region, but certainly we're benefiting from the smart freeway in the southern suburbs, and maybe we'll see where that goes coming out of the city, but we're certainly very, very grateful for the commute into it. So There's some of the infrastructure projects that are benefiting Bateman.